Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another one of my monthly budget videos. I actually just got this June budget video up for you guys, so if you guys have not checked it out, go ahead and do so. I have added a couple new things to my budget this month because I am going to be starting a whole program as well as starting to pay my student loans. So yes, for today's video I am going to be setting up my sinking funds. So I do have here my sinking funds sheet as well as some leftover washi that I used in my June budget spread. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to the page where I like to do my sinking funds. I am using, as you guys know, the Deluxe Monthly Planner by Erin Condren, which I am actually super excited for the new one to come out. It should be coming out, I believe, on Tuesday this week, but as of now there hasn't been too many changes, which I'm super happy about. So I do like to do my sinking funds page at the very first page of the month, so it's right before the monthly view, as you guys can see, and this is where I'm going to go ahead and start everything. Now I'm going to start with the usual things that I use, which are my thick washi strip and my sinking fund sheet. So let me go ahead and maybe I'll go ahead and zoom you guys in just a tad. Now I have added, I believe, one sinking fund this month, and just because I thought I'll go ahead and go through it as we go through all of my sinking funds, is how the washi is going to look. And I'm going to go ahead and take my sinking fund script sticker. Now, if you guys would have seen my budget video for June, then you guys know that I am adding a pretty steep amount to my sinking funds, and the reason being is because I believe I will be starting to pay my car insurance for this month, as well as I am adding one sinking fund, and I do have to make purchases for my Austin trip, like buying my airfare. So those are things that I definitely have to do for this month, so that's why the amount is a little bit steep. I believe the amount that I have for this month for my sinking funds is $785. So I will also be stuffing my sinking funds system, which if you guys have never checked any of my videos out, I do use this coupon organizer. Now this is just your regular coupon organizer. I bought this off of Target, and I did label each one of the sections which each sinking fund that I have. Now I will go ahead and show you guys how I do this, just because I have one more sinking fund. We'll go ahead and get to that once we're done setting this spread up. So let me go ahead. The first sinking fund that I have is my Amazon Prime. I do pay for Amazon Prime once a year, and I do split that with my mom. I am currently under the student program, so I do only pay, I believe, half of it. My beginning balance for this is $40, and I am going to add $10, and I think that should be fine, and that should cover more than half of my part. And as always, I will not be adding anything for the negative or ending. Those are things that I do at the end of the month. Next, I have my car insurance, and I do, like I mentioned, have to pay for that this month. And I paid for this last month, so I have to check with my dad exactly why it is that we're paying like so frequently. I think they had mentioned that they split the payments between shorter amounts of time so that it could be cheaper for us or something like that, but I do have to have this money in my fund because I have to pay for it this month. So I am going to be adding $300 to this fund. Next, I have my car maintenance. And for car maintenance, I am starting with $122. And I'm actually just going to be adding $10 to this because I don't foresee me having to do any car maintenance, and I think I have a pretty good amount in that fund anyways. Next, I have a category that I absolutely loved last year, and this is my Christmas category. For this Christmas fund, I am starting with $40, and I am going to be adding $60 in here this month. I love having a Christmas fund just because, as I mentioned last year, it was so nice to have money saved up for this specific fund instead of me having to scramble for money or having to use, let's say, my credit cards, which you guys know that I definitely don't want to do. I am actually trying to pay all of them off so I don't use them anymore. So having this fund and starting it ahead of time is such a big reliever once Christmas season comes. Next, I have my entertainment category. And for my entertainment sinking fund, I am starting with $100 and I'm going to be adding $50 for this month. As I mentioned before, my entertainment category is basically for events or things like concerts. I think I might even use it for when me and my boyfriend go to, let's say, like the OC fair during the summer. So that's sort of what this fund is for. As of now, I have not used or dipped into that fund just because I want to save it for, let's say, if one of my favorite artists comes out and has a concert. That's sort of what I would want to use that money for. Next sinking fund is my medical sinking fund. For medical, I am starting with $36 and I'm also just going to be putting $10 in here. Next, I have my new car sinking fund, which I talked about this in my, I believe, week 3 and 4 check-in for May. Just updating you guys on how the whole me taking over my sister's car payments was going to work. And as I mentioned, she is in a lease, but that lease is going to be ending in August. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking over those payments once her lease is over in August, and I'll go ahead and take over to finish paying off the car, so the car will be mine. And like I mentioned, I think that's going to be a good solution for me and sort of my car problems that I've been having. And at the end of the day, I think it sort of benefits me because my sister has already been paying so much of this car that all I would have to do would be pay the rest instead of, let's say, having to buy a whole new car and financing it from the beginning. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But as of now, I'm just racking up money, putting as much as I can towards my sinking funds, so when I start paying that in, let's say, August, I have a head start towards the monthly payments. So for new car, I currently have $500, which I've been having this new car sinking fund since last August. So I do want to mention that I've been saving for this for a really long time. I believe in the beginning when I was saving for this new car, I would put $20 per month, which might not seem like a lot for you guys, but I definitely think that little by little it could turn into, let's say, like $500, which I'm super happy that I have that amount to put towards a new car in the near future. For this, I'm going to be adding $100 for this month. Next, I have Paul's birthday, which I'm not 100% sure if I will be getting this video on or after his birthday, but I was gonna say in past tense, I did have a sale for Paul's birthday, which was on the 1st of June. But I am pre-recording this. So for his sinking fund, I'm starting with $72. And I'm going to go ahead and add $20 more to that. And I think we're going to be going, I think we're going to have a whole like date day on Tuesday, and that's just going to be like his birthday celebration between just the two of us. And I think we're gonna go on a date, maybe watch a movie, and then is when I'll go ahead and use that money and maybe buy him something. Then we have my SPC planner party fund. As you guys know, I will be going to Austin in August for the SPC planner party. So I did start this sinking fund, I believe, 2 months ago. And as of now, I have $150 in there. Now for this month, I'm going to actually be adding $200. And the reason being is because, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do have to buy my airfare. And I definitely need to do it as soon as I can. So I'm not 100% sure how much it will be, but I know it will be a little bit over $200, so that's why I'm putting that $200 in there. And then the rest of the money, like I mentioned, I am going to be using towards food for me and my boyfriend because he will be taking over the sort of hotel payment. So that's how we're splitting that trip. And then last but not least, for my last category that I am adding for this month is my date night category. Now I did want to go ahead and add this new category just because I feel like every time me and my boyfriend go out to eat or anything, he ends up paying for it all, and I at least want to contribute a little bit. Although sometimes I do pay for, let's say, like the tip, or like I buy him something else, I do want to start contributing and making this sort of sinking fund so that whenever we go out on dates, I can go ahead and help with a little bit. So that's why I'm adding this one this month. And of course, I am starting with 0, but for this month, I'm going to add $25. And that is all of my sinking funds for this month. So now I can go ahead and take my totals, strip, and I think I'm going to skip a line. Yeah, I'm going to skip a line. I don't usually have too many transactions during the month for my sinking funds. I usually just like to save as much as I can. So that's that. Then next I'm going to take a washi strip to break it up. Sorry, my aunt came in. Then I'm going to take my transaction log script sticker, and this is going to be strictly for any transactions that I make with any of my sinking funds. And I think that's a little crooked, but that's fine. And then last but not least, I'm going to take my transaction log information header. And then this one just has the fund that I'm going to be making a transaction from, the date, the amount, and the description. Now, last but not least, I'm going to be adding these numbers for you guys. So I have 40 plus 122 plus 40 plus 100 plus 36 plus 500, 72, and 150. I am starting with $1,060. And I am adding 10, 300, 10, 60, 50, 10, 100, 20, 200, and 25, which is $785, which is what I had put in my June budget. And that is that. Now, that is how my spread is going to be looking. I am going to go ahead and stuff my sinking funds system. Okay, so I have the money that I'm going to be stuffing my sinking funds with, and as you guys can tell, is quite a lot. So let's go ahead and get started. I think first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and make a label for date night, which is the only category that I'm going to be adding this month. So I'm going to be using my Dymo Letra tag, which is just a label maker that I got from Target. So I'm quickly going to just do this on camera. I don't know if you guys can tell too much. Last time I did Christmas. I'm not 100% sure if I did that on camera or not. So I'll put date night. Where's G? Date night, and then I'll go ahead and print. It's really, really simple. And it was actually very inexpensive. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it from here and take the tag right there. And that's just how it's going to look. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim it and lay it down on top of one of the tabs, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my cash here and my sinking fund system here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Now for Amazon, I'm going to add $10. So I think I'll just do 2 5s for this. So 2 5s, and Amazon is right here. That's that. Then for car insurance, I'm adding 300. So I'll take 1, 2, and 3. And car insurance is in the very beginning. Put that in there. Then for cart maintenance is $10. So I think I'm going to take $10. So cart maintenance is the second one. Put that in there. Then for Christmas, I am putting in there $60. So we have 20, 40, and 60. Christmas is at the end, sort of. Then we have entertainment, which I'm going to be adding $50. So we'll take this one. Entertainment. Go. Then we have medical, which I'm adding $10 to. So let's do fives. 2 5s. Medical's right here. Go. Then for my new car, I'm adding $100. So I'm going to take 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 towards my car. Go. Then for Paul's birthday, I'm adding $20. Paul's birthday is over here. Okay. Then for SPC party, I am putting in $200. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So let me take the 10 on front. And that is for SBC party. Should go right there. There. And then last but not least, I have a date night. So I should have $25 for that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Let's put this in front. And that's for my very last category now, which is date night. So that is basically it for my sinking fund spread, as well as me actually stuffing my sinking funds. As you guys can see, this has been working really well for the amount of sinking funds that I have. Now in the future, I don't foresee myself leaving this system unless my amounts are over $1,000. But I think for now, for myself, this sinking fund system has been really working for me. So I do definitely recommend it. And if you guys would like to check any of the items that I talked about in this video, as always, I will leave a link for them down below. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Stay tuned for my next video, which should be my cash envelope stuffing video. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.